It's time for another John and Rick show.
Hey, how's everyone doing out there?
Rick, your 49ers won.
Look at that, baby. Got the chain on.
Ah,
My Ronnie Lott, the
got some
best
bling.
safety of all time, right there, baby. We take down the Philadelphia Eagles. I hate the Eagles. Their fans are obnoxious. Sorry, Ray and Ed, but they are totally obnoxious. And everyone's hurt on our team. Literally everyone's hurt, and we go in and beat them in Philly. Love
Yeah.
it. Love it.
Philly was you were the underdog, right?
Oh my God. Fred Warner's out, Bosa's out, Kittle got hurt. We're fifth, and sixth linebackers that never started the season with us are playing. Young kids, and we go in there and beat because Hurts is terrible. Hurts is terrible. You know who Hurts reminds me of?
He's
Is
not
Kaepernick.
terrible. He's not
Huh?
terrible. You're speaking as a 49ers fan.
No, but he's terrible. He doesn't read defenses at all. It's like his one read and he takes off running. That was last year. This year he doesn't run, so he's useless. But look at the stars that they have on that team. They do Pro Bowl wide receivers. They got a great offensive line. They got Barkley in the backfield, and they scored 19 points against one of the worst defenses in the league. I'm not a fan. You know what? Once you can be whatever, forget the political stuff, but Kaepernick, I thought was going to be a total star because he was a similar type player. He had a gun, he can run like the wind, but he couldn't read defenses. So you have to have with a quarterback like that, and we had it at that time. That's how we ended up going to the Super Bowl. We had a great offensive line. Frank Gore running back. We got everything going for us. A
Yeah,
great
but he ran.
defense.
He ran. His running
Yeah,
was what made that team because
yeah,
he set like the rushing yard by a quarterback.
yeah.
He was a runner, and then when he settled in, like his last 3 seasons, he couldn't complete a pass.
No, he's
He was a
terrible
terrible
as a
quarterback.
passer. He
Yeah, he was
doesn't read the.
terrible.
It's one read. He guy's not open. He panics. He looks down. And I from that time on, I never want one of those quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Now, Lamar Jackson, he's an exception to the rule, but for the most part, you nowadays you got to
Well,
read the
those
defense.
a good running. I mean, you talk about Lamar Jackson, or you want to talk about Mahomes.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Russell Wilson. Those are guys that could run when they need to. Heck,
Mm-hmm.
you could talk about Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Allen can run with the best of them when he has to, but they're passers first.
Yes.
You know, like Lamar, they used him as a runner first early on, and they built the whole offense around that. And even their backups, their second and third stringers, would run the same offense when they were playing, and they would run. They built the offense around that. But as time went on, he became a good passer.
Yeah.
And when you're these young quarterbacks, it's hard to just come into the NFL and read defenses and be a good passer, right? That takes a little time. Very rare for a rookie to be a prolific passer uh, early on. So a lot of these young guys, they run a lot when they're young, and as they develop into a passer.
Yeah. I mean, look at Philip Rivers. He comes back. Was he 5 years out of the league? He can't
Yeah,
throw at all. He never was able to throw. But the damn guy finds the open receiver left and right.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why these older quarterbacks. That's just how it is. I remember. I think we talked about it. Didn't we talk about this on the last live? Terry Bradshaw's last game, he had bursitis. He couldn't throw a spiral. The ball's fluttering, and they bring him in, into the game, and the offense is totally struggling. And he goes down and throws, the fluttering passes, moves him right down the field, throws a touchdown, and then goes right down and throws a touchdown to a guy, and it's his only NFL touchdown ever. Uh, and it's just reading the defense, knowing where to go with the ball, and that comes from experience.
Yeah. And that's enough football.
But some
But
guys never get it. Some guys never get it.
no, and I don't think
They
Hurt.
never learn
There's
to
a
read the
lot of
defense.
guys. I mean, there's that Dart guy from the Giants. Who knows? He runs so much. He's already had concussions and everything else.
Wait, you were breaking up. Who?
I was saying that Dart guy from the Giants.
Yeah, he looks good.
Good, but still, he runs way too. He's going to get himself killed.
Well, all the young guys do. Terry Bradshaw early on ran all the time. All the young guys do.
Yeah.
And then you have guys that just do it their whole career and they're really good at it, like Steve Young, Michael Vick, Randall Cunningham, and Lamar Jackson for sure. That guy's unreal.
Yeah,
when he runs.
But when he first came in the league, he's had, like, this year he was hurt some. And he didn't run as much. And he didn't look nearly as good.
I think he had a hamstring.
Yeah. But can he rely on just strictly throwing the ball?
And that's not him. He has to be banged up. He has to be hurting. He didn't have that burst.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my now we play Seattle. Seattle's probably going to crush us, but we're playing with house money. We're not supposed to be here. And the Super Bowl's here.
Oh,
2 wins. We're going to the Super Bowl here.
That would be great.
Oh my!
That would be true home field advantage right there.
That would be something. But
congratulations.
When we were in 49ers beat Miami here at Stanford Stadium. I was at the game. So
you have season tickets to Stanford to the Niners, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How many years have you had those?
15 years, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, and I can tell you, I mean, I love Pittsburgh fans. They're passionate. They show up. But there's some Philly fans are terrible. Seattle fans want to be like they've won everything. They, big shots. You can get it. New York fans are funny. They're right in your face, but they're good spirited. They kind of,
Dude, you have to be tough to walk through the streets of Philly, man.
Yeah. Green Bay are good fans. They show up, but it's just kind of funny, the fan base. And then there's some teams like Jacksonville, Arizona, Tennessee. You don't see any fans whatsoever. They just don't. They're not even there. They're,
Yeah. You remember that one game with the Giants, the New York Giants, where the fans were like pelting the referees and stuff with beer bottles and stuff? Yeah. You remember that? That was outrageous.
Philly fans are like that. I mean, it's just bad. But they're passionate. I'll give them passionate. But the Raider fans,
let's see who's in the chat. We were given some time for four collectors.
We thought talk a little
to football. Wrap up. I got my I have my Kurt Rambis glasses.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Undrafted player. Welcome. Mackie Mental. Welcome. Drew. Jason.
Is that Jason Everyday Collector?
Cardtell. Could one of you gentlemen flash a confectionery card, please?
I thought they wanted to flash something else.
Oh, I was wondering if we was talking about a confectionery. Okay. All right. So what's going on in the hobby? Anything?
Well, I saw our friends Dylan, Double D, and Jason Fisher Bike. They love Pokemon cards apparently because they love looking at the show Pokemon cards. So
yeah, they're into those.
Yeah, and I have a Pokemon card here. I think it's Parasite or something like that right here.
Oh no!
That's what I think about Pokemon cards.
That must have been a base card.
I hope so.
That's what card collectors do now with their base cards. If they go for the relics and the autos, and I shouldn't even say relics. Nobody wants a relic anymore. Go for the autos, the numbered cards. Throw the rest away, right?
Why would you grade a Pokemon card?
I don't know. It has rounded corners.
I know, but
it's meant for a game. Like, how do you grade the corners if they're rounded? They can't. You can't ding them.
Whatever it is, Parasite or whatever those guys' names are. I mean, this is kind of crazy. Who cares if it has a little ding? I mean, it's just like.
Well, they come out of the pack. They're perfect.
You're supposed to play the
Grading
game.
is. I tell you all the time, grading is a cult.
We're
Right out
supposed
of
to
the fact.
slap down a plastic slab to play the game. I mean, come on.
Nobody plays the game; they just collect the cards.
No, that's what they do.
Yeah, that's why the old ones are so. It's so hard to find them in good condition, and they're worth a lot of money because they used to play the game. They weren't collector cards originally. Kids would play the game. Just like the old baseball cards, kids would play with them. Now you got to put surgeon's gloves on. You got your surgical gloves to open packs, and you got your camera so that you can get it. You can open it on camera, and then you got to put it in a sleeve, and then you got to send it to PSA. Even though it came out of that pack, perfect.
That's like
What?
grading comic books. Grading comic books. You can't even open up the comic book.
That's the
It's in a
dumbest thing
plastic
ever.
tube.
That's like you don't see people who collect first edition books grading them because you can never open them. You can never look at them. But comic book people do, and what they do is they buy two, one to grade and one to read. It's kind of like what you do. You buy one for the binder and one with a grade on
There you go.
it. It's the same thing, just
But
a
at least you
different
can see
collectible.
both sides, man. And so you can open up the damn.
Yeah, that's
Get
the
off
first
my
thing.
lawn.
NY Yanks fan 7, he was collecting comic books, and that's what I was. That was my first question to him. I'm like, why would you grade a comic book? You can't read it ever again.
And then
Now they're grading Beckett's, and believe it or not, PSA magazines. If they get a high grade, they're selling for a lot of money. You believe that?
I don't, man.
And
The
I saw
hobby-
this video. I shared it with you. The guy that was, I forget who it was, somebody big in the industry, and he has a slab collection of like 500 different grading companies, like all these dudes that make grade cards in their basement, names I never heard of. And I told you a long time ago, people will be collecting slabs in the future. So that begs the question: will we start to grade the slabs? If you have an old GAI slab, can you send it to PSA and they can grade the slab for you?
Yeah. You're going to get a sticker on the slab that it's a 10 or a 9, the slab itself.
Well, they're gonna grade the slab, and then Mike Baker is going to put a sticker on it, letting you know if the grade is good eye appeal or bad eye appeal for that grade.
Right in the center of right on
So
the face
so
of the
the
player.
slab, you'll have the slab, the PSA slab with the sticker, or the GAI slab, let's say that GAI slab, and then somebody has to sticker it so you know if it's good eye appeal or not, because how else would you know? And then you send it to PSA, they grade the slab, and then you send it to Mike Baker, and he puts a second sticker. Our cards are going to be this thick in the future.
Do they grade the plastic sleeve inside the slab? Is that one of the
And then YouTubers will be going, oh, look at this slab. This slab has a little nick down here. And that's why they graded it a 7 instead of a 10. And this slab is really beaten up and shitty, but I love it. All right, let's show some cards.
all right.
This is a true get off my lawn episode right here.
Yeah. All right, so let's start with the can we start with since it's 47, the 47 Sports Exchange
Sure.
W602s, the smaller miniature ones. Do you have any miniature ones?
Yeah, I have two. Well, okay. So I have everything that we're going to show. Here is a Leftio duel. I don't know what my lighting's like at this house.
Okay.
And I have a Sam Chapman here, not to be confused with Ben Chapman.
Yeah.
Was Sam Chapman related to Ben Chapman?
I don't think so.
And then, so this is how they came. I have a full sheet.
Oh, do you have a full sheet? Oh my God.
This is how they came. And down here is Phil Rizzuto. Up here is a really cool Pee Wee Reese.
Yeah.
Now, there is so we have there's a Warren Spahn and a Stan Musial, right?
Yeah.
I know the Stan Musial uncut sheet, and the Lou Gehrig. There's a Lou Gehrig in this set,
Yeah. DiMaggio,
and
Greenberg.
those uncut sheets could go for like $1,000 or more.
Yeah, because they're a lot tougher to believe it or not. They're pretty tough to find.
They are, and you don't see too many of these, and so these were cut out. So
Yeah.
after it was cut out, it looks like this.
Yeah. Now, which board? The one that the sheet on the sheet, it has a small border, right? A colored border. What color is
Yeah.
that?
So my uncut sheet is green.
Okay.
The Sam Chapman's green, but my Lefty O'Doul is like red.
Yeah. Yeah. So the green was the first. There's 3 series. Green being the first one, red the second series, and gold the third one.
Oh, is that right? I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen a gold one.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a third series always seem to be nobody buys them. I guess it's football season by then, right?
Sure. I have the
And these are blank back, just to let you
yeah.
know.
I have the Lefty Grove.
Oh, nice.
And this was my very first Lefty Grove when I couldn't afford any card, and I probably didn't pay very much for this. It's post playing day though, because it's 47. He retired in 41.
Yeah.
But this is a green.
Which is a shame because he should have played one more year, so we could have got him on a 41 play ball card.
Yep. What's interesting, Lefty Grove, he was elected into the Hall of Fame in 47. Okay. He only got 76% of the votes. His fourth time on the ballot.
It's absurd. I mean, Joe DiMaggio didn't get in his first ballot. Didn't get in on the first ballot. I saw an interview with Stan Musial, and he was saying he was concerned because he said, when I saw Joe DiMaggio didn't get in, I didn't think I was going to get in on the first ballot.
In the same year, Carl Hubble, 47, got in, and he got in on the third ballot, and he was 86% of the votes. So basically, he was looked at as a better player than Lefty Grove, apparently, for those writers, whoever voted them in, because he got 86, but it's still him. He was third time.
Yeah, that's absurd. Lefty Grove could be the greatest left-hander, but
yeah.
Carl Hubble's right. Hubble's right there. I'm not going to say which one's better.
Yeah.
Carl Hubble was amazing.
But
and you know what? It just hit me that Lefty Grove doesn't even have a card in the 1940 play ball set. That's a shame, actually. Now that I never thought about that before.
Yeah, I think he must be top 5 left-hand pitcher of all time.
Oh, easy. I think.
Yeah, I think so. But that kind of surprised me that he got fourth time on the ballot and it's 76%. And he also got in with Frankie Frisch. Joe Cronin. Frankie Frisch was the one that voted all his buddies in on the Veterans Committee.
It's just like the YouTube Hall of Fame.
There we go. That's coming up too, right? I think that's sometime around now, actually.
I don't know. It's the YouTube Hall of Fame jinx. Once you get in, you stop making videos.
I know.
If you go through that list, I think half of the people don't make videos anymore.
Don made one the other day or today.
Yes. And George made 2 recently. What's going on with that?
What happened to our friend James, man? He doesn't do anything.
James got married on the lay low, didn't invite us, and fell off the face of the earth. He's got more important things.
We were on a text thing, and all of a sudden in this video, he shows his ring as he's showing cards. We go, James, what do you mean you got married? You didn't invite us?
Yeah, well, he was supposed to invite us, remember? And then he showed that he took that picture, and you busted him.
And he was going,
All right, so let's talk about the large size.
Well, wait. Let me.
Go.
I got some good information here. So, issued by the Trading Post magazine, right? One of the first hobbyist magazines, right? Trading Post. You showed 6 cards to a sheet. They were 7 by 10 inches, 18 sheets, 108 cards to the set. So each series had 6 different sheets to them. What else? That might be
So how many total cards?
There was 108
108
total
in the set.
cards and 36 cards to a series. And I believe they were $1 for the set, the series, for the 36 cards, or the 6 different sheets. It would be $1. And
Now,
it'd
was
be a
there
mail-in thing.
was Shoeless Joe Jackson
Yeah.
included in this
I
set?
think he's in the gold. And that's a very expensive card. I mean, very expensive.
Yeah, it's not
Wagner.
a particularly nice
I
card.
think
in my
Wagner's
opinion.
in the red, Joe Jackson in the gold, and should have picked it up a while, because these are kind of. I'm surprised. I didn't know you probably had a video on it, obviously, but I didn't know you had the sheet, because you see the larger version, these are 602s, the 603s, the larger. You see them everywhere. You know, every card show you see those, but you don't see a full sheet like you have, and you don't see them cut out. I think my lefty Grove is pop of 2 with PSA. You know, they're not. They don't come out every day.
You don't see them too often, but I have seen the Stan Musial uncut sheet. You know, they want a fortune for it.
Yeah.
Although, let's get into. We might as well get into our Bustin' Victor's Chops section. You have to pay a fortune for it because people consider it a rookie card, but I don't think that the hobby or Victor would consider it a rookie card.
No,
but
he wouldn't consider it.
But collectors still pay a fortune for it because they do.
Yeah, it's surprising though. Joe Jackson. I didn't look at the pricing on Joe Jackson, but his is really expensive for his.
Yeah, it's a weird kind of portrait image. Not a particularly great image of him, but it's still a Joe Jackson.
Yeah, anything Joe Jackson, right?
Anything Joe Jackson sells for an arm and a leg.
Okay, so then they came out, like you were going to mention, they came out with the from 1946 to 49, right? 114 cards to a set, or the bigger pictures version.
Yeah,
right?
so I have one here, and it has some stats down here: height, weight, stuff like that. This is Spud Chandler.
There we go. Yeah.
Now, what's cool about this, and it's affordable, but Spud Chandler doesn't have a lot of cards. I think I have them all his cards. He has a 1940 play ball. He has the 47 to 66 exhibit. And he has this, and he has the 1947 propagandist Montiel. I have all of those, and then he also has, I know, a 49 Eureka stamp.
Okay.
And he was a great pitcher, and really, you know, the exhibit cards were mainstream, and the 40 play ball was mainstream, and those are about the only mainstream cards he had. Because the Cuban, you know, the 47 propagandist, that's rare.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you really consider this.
Who did he play for?
I don't even know if you can consider this a card.
Who did he play for?
The Yankees.
Yankees. Okay.
Yeah, and he had. He didn't have a long career, but I think he had like, and I don't know that it's recognized because of number of innings pitched or whatever, but I think he had like the lowest ERA single season, I think. Okay. But he was a really good pitcher, but he didn't have a long career.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat's gonna know.
Who's in the chat anyway? Anyone in the chat? Or they asleep?
Oh, right, we got Mookie Chilson, Peeps Wax Packs. Drew's still here. Undrafted players still here. We haven't chased them away yet. Jeff's Card Journey. Welcome, guys. Jay Hawker. All right, I don't see anything yet.
Okay. Yeah. So is that the only one you have? You can buy
That's the
those.
only that's the only one I have. I specifically went after that when I got it. It was the first Spud Chandler I ever got because I
Okay.
was looking for his cards. I
Sure.
since got the other ones, over the years. But that 1940 play ball one is pricey because that's really a lot of collectors think is only mainstream typical card, card size card.
Hmm. Yeah, you can find those. Like I was mentioning, every card show, or at least a national, really like $10, $15 or something like that. And there was 12 separate series, again by the Trading Post magazine, $1. Uh, Two series were horizontal, and those two series they came with two players, the horizontal series,
Oh, okay.
and most of them were
I've seen those.
a single player, but multiple years from 46 to 49. I wasn't a really, it's more of a photo, even though I like photos. It wasn't for me really to pick one up, but relatively inexpensive. And
Yep.
have you seen? I've seen it. I don't have a Trading Post hobby magazine. Do you have one at all?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it'd be cool to pick one up though,
Yeah,
huh?
definitely. I love to collect those old things.
Yeah, that
Those
might
old
have been
trade publications.
one of the first hobby magazines, official hobby magazines. I
Yeah.
think the very first one was Joe DiMaggio on the cover. Um,
So that was made after the Trader Speaks, though, right? Or was it made before the Trader
I
Speaks?
don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That was Jefferson Burdick's newsletter or publication, whatever you want to call it.
Gotcha. Good. Uh, yeah. So I don't know. Those are the W602, and then the big photos are six W603s, and
Yeah, and this will give you a better idea of the size. It's an odd size. It's tall and thinner.
yeah, yeah,
It's not 8 by 10. What did you say it was? 7 by 10?
7 by 10.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
sheets are 7 by 10, and
Because it's
I
more
think
thin.
they're really cool. I mean, there was
Oh, it's
also
really cool,
it was
man.
at that time modern day players, and again former stars like Wagner and Joe Jackson, and like I said, this was my very first Lefty Grove because it was really inexpensive, and I don't think this is that expensive even now to pick up if you're interested.
Spud Chandler here was born in 1909 in Commerce, Georgia. They list his nationality, which that should be his ethnicity. If he was born in the United States, people always get that wrong. Look, they have nationality: English, and Irish. And they list his height. They list his service as being in the U.S. Army. There's an actual place for service. Eyes are blue, hair is auburn, and they list who he's married to.
What's his driver's license, passport?
Yeah, seriously, this is killing me though. Nationality. I think his nationality is American. People ask me my nationality. I'm American. Now, if you want to know my ethnic background, I'm Italian.
I'll show this. I pulled it out just because I can't. It's Lefty Grove. It's a Type 1 photo, 1922. So,
Nice.
yeah, 1922 by Charles. It's a Conlon photo. I'm reading on the back here, but yeah.
They all were Conlon photos back then, just about. You say that like every week.
Yeah. He's the most famous photographer, and he's the one who did the famous slide of Ty Cobb,
Ty
third
Cobb,
base,
yep.
the spikes up, and
Yeah, and that I have the Ty Cobb triple folder with that in the middle because there's two different versions. But I wanted that one with him sliding, man. That's just a classic.
oh my god, that might be the number one photo of, well, one of the photos of all time is that particular. So the next one is what, the 48 R448 Swell Sports Thrills.
I love the Sports Thrills set. I always have since I first
Say
discovered
that
it
10
years
times
ago.
fast.
What's that?
It said, say that fast 10 times.
It's tough. But these are cool cards. They highlight big happenings in baseball, greatest moments in baseball. And of course, the most pricey one is the Jackie Robinson.
You got it?
No,
Oh,
I do not have that one. I have almost all the others.
okay.
I have almost the whole complete set, but what do you know? I know that there is speculation that the Jackie Robinson actually was made later.
I didn't find any information on that it was made later.
So these cards were handed out at the candy store.
Yes.
You would buy two pieces of, what was it, Blony gum?
Swell gum. It's swell.
Oh, swell.
Yes,
Who was the
swell gum.
Blony? Who was Blony gum? Why is that in my head?
Yeah, shit. You put me
But
on
you-
the spot. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're right though.
But it
Swell
was
gum.
swell.
So you bought two pieces, I think, for a nickel, and they handed you a card.
Yes.
They handed you one of these.
Yes.
So these were not in packs.
In packs.
So therefore, they can't be a rookie card.
You mean Jackie Robinson? That swell 48 is not a rookie card.
So, well, I don't think a 48 could be a rookie card since he's in the bond bred and sports
Bond
card
bred.
subjects.
But don't people
But-
consider?
Yeah, they consider it a rookie card. They consider the 48 Leaf a rookie card too. Or,
Yeah.
49 Leaf and 48 Bowman.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you have the 48 Bowman? I have the 48 Bowman. Do you have this?
I meant Bowman when I
Do you
said
have-
Leaf.
Do
But,
you have this? Do you have this 48 Bowman?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. Growing up, it was never a card I liked.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like his Leaf either, so I never even
Yeah.
like for my money. I was getting other cards, which turned out to be really stupid. But because now I can't, they're so pricey.
Sure. They're
The
you don't
buy.
pay that kind of money. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just the way it was, back in the day.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the rare people. I didn't care for the '56 Mickey Mantle with the cartoon face and the giant teeth. Growing up, I passed that card so many times, and I got other cards I liked better. I eventually got one, but it's grown on me a little over the years. But I still don't. It's still not my favorite Mantle card. But everybody goes goo over that one.
Yeah. So it was produced by the Philadelphia Gum Company in Pennsylvania, the same company that produced the football cards, right? 64 to 60,
Yes.
whatever, 9 or 7, the football card sets. It was formed in 47. That particular swell gum, it was like the little packages you see with double bubble, the little package, the wrapper's little twist, a little piece of gum,
Yeah.
and it was pink in color. Their second gum that come out was El Bubble, EL Bubble, and it was the candy cigars. The old candy cigars they came out with. That was their second type of candy that they came out with. It was a 20 card set. The company's now owned. It's changed hands over the years, but the current company is Tootsie Roll Company owns that.
Is that right?
Originally a Philadelphia Gum Company, and they were in business forever. The Philadelphia Gum Company.
Yeah, and what's interesting is it was a guy from Bowman who went over to Philadelphia to start that company, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
So these were made from the Philadelphia company?
Yeah.
I thought he formed the Philadelphia company. Maybe he just went over there, and that's when he did the football cards.
So it says on the back here, Philadelphia Chewing Gum Corporation, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
On the very bottom.
All right. I know that he was like a vice president at Bowman, and he went over to Philadelphia, and that's when he got the contract to do the football cards.
Okay. Well, a lot of those people changed, for
Yeah.
American Caramel Company.
Yeah.
They started their own company, DeLong. DeLong, the guy from DeLong, so type of thing where they decided to start their own company or switch hands. But so there was 20 cards to the set, and I
20.
have
Let me see how many I have.
I just have one actually. Well, I sold some actually, but I have the
I have a ways to go. I only have 13.
oh my God, I got the Carl Hubble here, and this is what the reason he's in the set. There we go, and look at this. Wait, let me show you something. You'll be impressed. There's the photo.
Oh, wow. Nice.
1933, the photo.
Nice.
On top of the Polo Grounds dugout.
That's great.
But he's famous for what? John, you know what he's famous for, why he's in this set? The 5 strikeouts.
Striking out 5 Hall of Famers in a 1934 All-Star game.
Yeah, which is incredible.
Now, somebody else struck out the first 5 in an All-Star game. His name was Pedro Martinez, but they weren't 5 Hall of Famers.
And it wasn't Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig.
Yeah, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox,
Al Simmons, Joe Cronin.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's.
I do want to point something out and see if you know anything about this. I found from collecting these that they come in 2 different shades. One is, more of just your normal cardboard, but here I have the Johnny Vandermeer, and this is from the Lionel Carter collection.
Okay.
And it's more whitish.
Oh my God.
It's very white.
Huh.
Compared to this.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't.
And I think I haven't looked through these in a while. I just grabbed them. I think I have another. Yeah, this one is similar. This John Fredo.
Huh.
The catch when he robbed Joe DiMaggio of that home run.
Yeah.
And these are both like a whitish.
Aren't they one of the first sets to really do the actually in-game cards?
Yeah, I mean, right? They celebrate some great moments in baseball history. And the coloring is probably just different print runs.
Sure.
They probably just kept adding to it. And that may be why, if Jackie Robinson was done later, it was maybe the last one they did.
Okay.
And they're also, they could be crudely cut. These are not perfect squares.
No.
You will see them cut on a slant a lot.
And you'll see most of them are on the right side, has a very thin border. And I read that 50% of them are not centered correctly. But the ones that are not centered, a lot of them, like this one, the red on the right side is very thin, the border.
Okay. Yeah, here I have an autographed Bob Feller.
Oh, cool.
Here's the Babe Ruth, and he's shaking Lou Gehrig's hand after a home run.
Yeah, that's a famous photo. There's one of there's one anyway, a set that we both own that's very rare. You have the
the Tabacalera.
Yes, that's one of those. Is that card? That photo's in that card.
Yeah, here's the Lou Gehrig.
Yeah, you can see that one right there. On the right side, it's thin. It's really
slanted. Yeah. This one's not perfectly centered.
Yeah.
Dylan would throw that away
for sure.
And then, actually, Dylan would have it graded and then sell it. Here is the greatest pitcher, Walter Johnson.
Mm-hmm. That's what they say, right? Yeah, the greatest pitcher.
And here's that famous Lazzeri photo.
Yeah, with Grover Alexander, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was the pitcher?
Yep. And here we have Bill Dickey. One of the coolest ones in the set they're all so cool, but the A's, the great A's team.
Oh yeah. But who's on that card?
You got Jimmy Fox. I think it's Jimmy Fox, Simmons. Man, my lighting here is so awful. Mickey Cochran. And I can't read this right now.
Okay.
See the fourth. Somebody knows. Oh, there the names are.
Yeah. Where's your loop?
But can I read them? See, I usually use my magnifying on my
I know.
on
Where's
my
your
phone,
grading,
but
the magnifying glass?
it's on my phone and I'm on it. Anyway, you can look it up on eBay.
I remember when we were at the National and we were helping Eric Fourleaf, and Petty brings out his phone with his light and he's helping him out, with his iPhone.
Yeah, it's dark in here. These are hard to read on the back too. I definitely need a magnifier for that.
I think.
Here's Pete
Go ahead.
Pete Reeser. Man,
You
he
almost
was
have the
he was
set.
good when he came up.
You got to build the whole set, man.
That's what I'm saying. Here's the
There's
Ted
only 20
Williams.
of them.
Ted Williams coming into home plate, and Joe DiMaggio's over here. That was in an All-Star game. I think. Oh, I have this one too. Where who was the player? The Yankee Hendrick, Tommy Hendrick.
Okay.
Swung and missed at the third strike, and they dropped the ball. So that's honoring that. I think that's all of them.
Yeah, so you can. I think Bob Feller actually. You have the autograph, Bob Feller. I think he basically advertised for, because he's on the. I've seen an advertisement card, and he was on the card, and you could also send in like 5 of those wrappers to get a Bob Feller pin. On the bottom it says that, and also he mentions about him how to pitch his book.
Oh yeah.
So they were kind of promoting his book, and 5 wrappers you would get a Bob Feller, pin type thing.
Cool.
What else?
Who's the 4th player on that card? I got to figure it out.
Somebody in the chat might know.
Hold on,
They're
let me get
smarter
on
than us.
There we go. Oh, Big Miller.
Okay.
Mickey Cochran. George Haas. Al Simmons and Jimmy Fox.
Okay.
5 players. 5. There we go. I just needed a little light. All right.
I think the pop, most of them are under 100 for the population report. I think the Jackie Robinson's around 200 for the pop, and most of them though are like 50 to 100 population. So I wonder when they were, the merchant would give you the card, because again, I've seen this advertisement. It said for the store owners that hey, make sure only give 1 card out, and make sure it's just 2 pieces of gum, and they would give you a card. But I wonder if people would want, hey, what cards do you have?
Yeah.
Do you have the Ruth, or do you have whatever? You maybe even the Jackie Rob, I don't know. But who cares about Joe Blow? So maybe because it's very extreme on the population reports. Like some are 150 for the more popular players, and then the commons are like 50 on the population report.
So you think? Do we have any idea if they had all the cards and they were handing them out, and maybe kids could ask, or if they
I don't
had,
know.
if they did one card every 2 weeks or something like that?
No, I think
Do we know?
it was one of those boxes that was opened, and just like you would see now, you put your grubby hands in and you go get a couple of those bubble gums. You get 2 of them, and you just go to the counter and here's my money. And probably the guy behind the counter doesn't even know anything about baseball, maybe.
Yeah.
And if I was a fan in 1948, I'm going to say, well, what players do you have behind the counter? And I would probably say the most popular players, obviously, and not have
Yeah,
a riser or
if you could choose, or you knew what they were. But you usually find these in lower grade, which makes sense. I mean, they were handled before. You know, you didn't open them in a pack, so they were handled
yeah,
from the get go.
yeah. So I
They were
think most
handled before they came to you.
that would be. I think a lot of people would be surprised that they were just handled. They weren't in a
Yeah,
pack.
and then the kid's holding them with his gum, getting his grubby hands all over them, and
Yeah.
then it's not the cleanest printing in the world, and it's not the cleanest cut in the world.
No.
So I would imagine. I've never looked at a pop report, but I would imagine like if do you know if any tens exist? I would
No, I don't
imagine they
think any
don't.
nines. I don't think, if I remember right, there's no nines or tens.
Yeah, I would believe that.
And one, because of the centering, like I said, 50% of them are off center, and most of them, a lot of them are wrinkled. They're very
Imagine what
thin
that
cards.
Jackie would sell for in a 10. Because oh my God, I mean, like average common dollar cards in a 10 can sell for thousands. Imagine what a Jackie in a 10 would
I
sell
think
for.
I looked up in the last year, a PSA 2 sold for 2K, 2000 and a 2.
Yeah.
I bet you know who has one. I'm sure George has one. I know
Does he have that? I don't know if he. I
I'm
don't
pretty
remember
sure
seeing that.
I don't know.
I know he has a lot.
If he watches our video, he can. But
George, do you have an
we'll have to
extra?
ask him.
You have an extra? You have 2 extras for your buddies?
Yeah, come on, George, man.
Come
50%
on.
off. Come on, man.
What are friends for?
Yeah, what is friends for?
Lou wants to know where the kaboomies are. You have any kaboomies?
No kaboomies, man. Just Pokemon
Do you have any
cards.
refractors?
Just Pokemon
Do you have any
cards.
refractors?
No.
No?
No.
Not even like Brock Purdy?
No. I don't need. I have just this base card. I don't have to pay that kind of money.
Well, you don't have to pay a lot of money for a lot of these refractors, unless they're super low pop.
Yeah, I don't have any crap. I can't collect that stuff, man.
Why not?
Yeah.
What kind of 49ers fan are you?
So they also 48
Fan
came
8.
out.
He has a Jackie and a 5.
Get out of here. Who has that?
Rip Fan 8.
No way. That son of a gun. Of course he
Do you have
He's a
extras?
Jackie guy.
Do you have extras? Then we don't need George.
Rookie card, though. Does he consider that as rookie?
Do you consider it as rookie card? Stephen with a PH.
Yes. No comment.
Just the one no bond bread.
Yeah,
No, are you saying? Do you consider the swell his rookie card? Oh, he's saying no. He considers bond bread his rookie card.
Okay.
I mean, I do too. And the sports. So the sports card subjects were the square versions, and they were actually issued before bond bread. I don't think people realize it. According to Sports Collectors Digest, which if you go back and look at an old one, they knew this. I don't know why the grading companies don't. And they were issued by Arco Playing Card Company.
You know, the 48, I don't have any of these cards, but they came out with another
Thank you, Steve.
set, the Babe Ruth story set. 28 card Babe Ruth story.
Yeah, Swell made those too.
Yeah. I don't have anyone, but I guess 5 of the cards are Ruth, and 15 of them are William Bendix, the actor. Yeah. And I don't have any of those, but he actually died that same year in 48.
Is that right?
Ruth did. Babe Ruth 48. That's interesting, but they're really cool cards. It's kind of I don't know. I love those cards because it has a little history on the back and action shots, and really cool. Learned something.
Yeah, I Stephen, he's always commenting on my videos. He's so supportive. Good friend of the community. And I read a lot of these, these handles, and you have to memorize like a
Yeah.
channel name and a handle now. After they
Exactly.
started doing that, if it's not
Yes.
the same. And
Yes.
when they first started doing that, I would get these comments, and people would be saying something, and it sounds familiar to me, but I'm like, who is this?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
have to click on to see what the channel is,
Yeah.
because I knew the channel. Now there's a different handle altogether.
Yeah.
It's like Melissa Gogger, when she first started, she was Sports Guru 17. And so her handle became Sports Guru 17. But she changed her channel to Melissa Gogger.
Hmm.
But people still call her channel Sports Guru because they see the at Sports Guru 17 or whatever. Um, is it 17 or 7? Anyway, yeah, that was so confusing for me when it first happened. So now you have to memorize like two different names.
And then we're in these text, threads, and then you see all these just the phone numbers. You got to go, who in the hell
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, if you don't have them saved.
Yeah, you got to think, what the hell's the 843 and the 602s and
That's
the
me, baby, Mr. 843.
917s. I'm just saying, it's just got
Yeah.
shit. I
I
can't
was
even
I was
remember.
Mr. 305 before Pitbull. I was living down in Miami, living it up, and he stole my look, right? Stole my look.
I'm the
And it made him
408.
famous.
I'm the 408.
Yeah. All
But
right. Anybody let's see here. I didn't see any questions. Thank you, Stephen, for chiming in with that.
yeah,
Having any of these in a five is fantastic, but having that Jackie's phenomenal.
for sure. For
That's going to
sure.
be my sticking point to complete the set for sure. Lou Rock wants to know how we feel about the Strongsville move and Pokemon invading our territory.
He didn't watch the first part of our video, our live stream. He's got to go
Probably
back.
not. The sports parade from 46. Why am I drawing a blank?
Yeah,
The sports parade. It sounds familiar,
it does sound familiar.
but I'm drawing a blank at the moment. The sports parade.
I'm
It
sorry.
sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar, though.
As soon as we get off, I'll know. This happens to me every time. As soon as I
Yeah.
get off, it hits me, and I'm like, duh.
What were the was it 71 came out with the cartoon, it'd have like Christy Mathewson won the whatever
The
world.
Laughlin, the Laughlin,
Yeah, those were, I always
the
loved
World
those
Series.
as a kid.
Yeah, so they made those. I believe starting in. I think they had a 68 trademark, but I think if I'm remembering correctly, they started in 69. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. They either started in 68 or 69.
Okay.
But I think they had a 68 copyright, but started in 69 as far as distribution. And they continued to make those like I think until 1980,
Well,
they would add the World Series
yeah.
in. And one of the most expensive cards in the set, maybe the most expensive, is the Clemente because it was made after the fact and added in. Uh,
Do
yeah,
you have
that's a
that one?
great one to have.
Do you have that?
That's a
No.
great. I have one, yeah.
You have one. Do you have a set of those or a lot of those? Or
Yes.
okay.
I got them, man. I got them years ago
I
for
know.
next to nothing. People give
Oh,
that
I
stuff
know.
away.
I think they were really cool because we were very young, and who's Christy Mathewson or who's this,
The
that,
first
and
time I
everything.
saw the Clemente, I thought it was fake because growing up, I never saw the later ones. I only saw those original ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was a fake that somebody made or something. And then I found out what it was. And you do not see a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
You do not. And most of the ones you see are going to be beaten up.
Sure.
That's a cool set, though. And it's a wonderful set for young people to collect or anybody that's not
Mm-hmm.
that knowledgeable with baseball history. because it tells you about all the World Series and who did what and who the stars were, and it's a great set to look through.
Yeah, they're not very expensive though. Most of those.
No, they're not. They're not at all.
Yeah.
And the ones that reminded me of those were the Fleer Team Action uh, from the NFL, the football
Okay.
cards, the Team Action cards, and they would show. And of course, growing up, when I did, it's loaded with Steelers Super Bowls, right? It predates your Niner Super Bowls, so there's all kinds of cool Steeler cards in there.
Okay.
But it shows you all the great Super Bowls and I think playoffs too, but I'm not drawing a blank on that. I have a bunch of those too. I haven't looked through them for a while, but there are some really cool cards in that set.
Hmm.
One of my favorites is it's Lynn Swan and John Stallworth, and I think the third one, I can't tell for sure, but I think it's Jim Smith, who was our third receiver. Uh, Either him or Theo Bell, and they're like warming up. They're like in shorts and practice gear, and they're at my old college in Latrobe, PA, St. Vincent, and they're warming up. And it's a pretty cool card.
Hey, what? I know we're at 56 minutes, but I saw that Tony Southern Collector. He picked up a fantastic Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
Was it a 53 autograph? Something
53. I think there are 9, and he owns 6 of them. I think he's trying to corner the market.
I know. And what's just interesting is, would you sell like 15 of your top or I'll say most expensive, because they're going to cost you a lot to turn those into that card. But I'm not saying buy the Jackie card, but would you sell 15 of your best cards, most expensive cards, for one card? Or do you have a card that you would do that? I know the Wagner.
I couldn't do it.
Okay.
Because I would when I get rid of cards, I feel so horrible. Which I felt so horrible about the one that was stolen that never even made its way to me. Which I have never seen another one since.
Mm-hmm.
Not even one from the whole set, let alone that particular card. So I'm still traumatized by it.
Okay.
But every card that I ever got rid of in the past, and years ago, I would sell big cards and buy years ago. And every one that I ever did that, I regret. But some of them, most of them I regained, I reacquired. But there's one in particular I did not, that I really wish that I would have held on to.
Okay. Is there, I guess what I'm getting at is there a particular, I know the Wagner, the T206, but is there a card that you would not be able to afford besides, something that you would have to sell a lot? Is there one card besides that Wagner that you realistically, if you sold a lot of your cards, you could pick up? Or
yeah, I mean, like the Clemente 3D would be one.
Okay.
I could certainly do
sell
that.
cards
No
to get
problem.
that.
But
But that doesn't, it's not as important as keeping the cards you already have then, right?
you know what? I'd rather just earn more money and
Pick it up
and acquire it.
eventually.
Just like I did with all those
Sure.
cards I bought this year.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather just wait and buy it, rather than have to sell all this stuff
Mm-hmm.
that I will want to get again.
Yeah.
It's like if I have to sell my Sport King Babe Ruth and my DeLong Gowdy Gehrig and cards like that to get that, then I'm just going to be on the hunt for those cards again.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those cards I mentioned, I mean, they're all findable.
Sure.
I mean, so maybe if there was a card that's just not findable. Now I'm not an auto guy.
Sure.
So I get that, like I happen to have, only because George talked me into buying it from him, I happen to have a Venezuela autographed Pete Rose, 64. Yeah. And so everybody and their brother has a Pete Rose autograph. They have 12 of them. I mean, he signed, forever. His autograph's worth nothing. But when you put it on a rare item, then it's, it can be worth a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just like this Sport Thrills Bob Feller autograph. Bob Feller, everybody has 20 Bob Feller autographs. They're nothing. I mean, they're nice to have if you're a
Mm-hmm.
collector, but I'm saying from a value standpoint, he signed everything. He's like Brooks Robinson. So if you're going to have his autograph, it's cool to have it on a card like this, where there aren't that many of them, and there certainly aren't that many signed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not that much of an auto guy. But certainly I understand the scarcity of a 53 signed Jackie or 52 signed Jack. Certainly I do. So I can appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was trying to think when we were doing the text thing. I can't think of a card that I would sell, like my top, I'll say top 15 cards or most expensive cards or whatever, for one card. I just don't know of a card that I would pick up. I don't.
Yeah, and maybe if something popped up that you saw that you had an opportunity or wasn't thinking about. I mean, one for me may be the 33 Nap Lajoie.
Well,
That is a card you just don't see all the time.
sure.
Our man Bobby Baseball has it along with the letter that Gowdy sent, and man, I just drool over that thing when he shows it to me. Just drool because that was always a dream card of mine growing up. That's a card you're not going to come across every day,
Mm-hmm.
but still, as much as I want that, getting rid of 15 cards I love, I would. I mean, I would. It's a real tough situation to put me in. I think
Mm-hmm.
I would be depressed either way because I would be thinking, well, I could have that, but then I'd have to give up these, and then if I gave up these, I'd be real depressed. I tell the story. I had a 67 Mickey Mantle, and I had two kids who played Little League with me that heard I had a big card collection, and they wanted to come up and trade with me. And the one wanted that 67 Mickey Mantle that I had. And at the time, it was the only Mickey Mantle I owned. And it was real sharp. Like, thing looked packed fresh. And I just remember it always stood out to me for how packed fresh it looked as a vintage car. But anyway, and he wanted it and he was trying to trade me. And I kept saying no, 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 because it was my only Mantle card. And I wasn't that big of a Mantle fan growing up. Like, I was a Clemente guy. I wanted Willie Mays, Clemente, Aaron more
Mm-hmm.
than him growing up. So, but it was my only Mickey Mantle card, so I didn't want to trade it. And he just kept throwing trades. And finally, he traded me it was like a 65 Clemente and a 64 Mays for my 67 Mantle. So it was just too good of a deal to pass up. So I did it. But I regretted it right afterwards. And I went on a mission down to my flea market and
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't rest until I bought another 67 Mantle because I regretted it. Even though I got two great cards. Because I'm just weird that way. Once it's in my possession, it's like losing a body part or something. Uh, I get so attached to these damn cards. I don't know. Maybe it's a mental illness.
I can see why Tony did it. Not that I would do it, just because, or I might do it, but not for that particular an auto. Or,
Yeah.
but those cards he gave up were, I mean, some of those I can't.
Oh,
There's no way I can even afford the Joe Jack. But most of those
I was
cards
drooling
he can
over the Joe
replace.
Jackson and
He
the
can
Honus Wagner.
yeah, the American Caramel Horns Wagner is tough to find. The
Sporting
Joe
Life he had.
Jackson, but most of those you could replace eventually. But he might not be able to find another one of those autos, 53 autos of
Yeah,
Jackie
exactly.
Robinson.
So I can understand why he did
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
That
that
just
famous and bar Joe Jackson,
yeah,
that's hard. That had to be hard to part with.
yeah, yeah.
As
But
as
anyway,
we were saying earlier, anything with Joe Jackson, man, is an arm and a leg. And it's funny. He could have been like Andrew Jones. This guy, nobody wants to put him in the Hall of Fame. He was so good early on, but then died. Uh, so with Shoeless Joe, we don't really know. He didn't have a full career.
yeah.
Yeah,
But just an interesting to think about what you would do. And I'm sure people in the chat would come up with a bunch of cards, and everybody, it's all relative. And
if
you're
we took a poll, probably at least one quarter, maybe half would probably do that. and half probably wouldn't. I mean, it's my guess. I don't know. Maybe we should take a poll. But there are a lot of people that definitely would do that.
Hmm.
If you have a dream card you want that bad, my thing is I love so many cards. So yeah, the Clemente 3D is a dream card of mine, but so was the DeLong Gehrig, so was the Squirt King Babe Ruth, so was the T206s I have,
Hmm.
so was my Ty Cobb triple folder, and it's kind of easier to chase one card than 15 for me. Like my thinking,
Sure.
like if I wanted the 3D Clemente, I can go buy it. Like
Yeah.
I don't like to spend that kind of money,
Sure.
but I have the ability to.
Hmm.
Um, but I like to earn more first, and then like earn extra, and then go. Yeah.
And
But
plus, it seems like a lot of work because you have those 15 cards, and the reason you picked them up is you could like whatever the the color, whatever it is,
yeah,
and you
they were
have to go.
copies I selected.
Yeah, you selected those things, so now you got to go back to work. Even though you can find them, it's the one that the price range and what
Yeah.
they look like. Yeah.
Even if I want, I'm the way I am. If I would want to upgrade a card, let's say that I have a Clemente in, I don't know, a five, and I want a better copy. I don't like that particular copy.
Hmm.
And of course, for me, upgrading is not always a number, but let's just say hypothetically, I want to upgrade a card or get a better. Let me say a better copy. Like I don't like the copy I have as much, so
Sure.
much. I would buy the other copy first and then get rid of the one I wanted to get rid of, just to make sure I had it. You know what I mean?
what
I
what
don't want to have to go get it later. Like a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
what vintage card? What vintage player card do you have the most of copies of? Do you have a Clemente that's like 10, 12 copies of his 71, or
The two cards that I have a whole bunch of copies is the 1982 Donruss Johnny Ray rookie card. I was a big Johnny Ray fan, and I love that card. And I even have the bat. If you look behind me, the bat, I have his bat. It's broken, um, and I think it's the bat from that card. It has the yellow stripes, and I have it behind me. And the other one, I have a whole bunch of copies. Is the Dave Parker rookie card,
okay?
which I just kept buying them before he got in the hall because they were so damn cheap. I have two OPC versions. I have two autograph versions, and I have a whole bunch of other ones.
Then you wouldn't sell those at all, even though you have so many of them.
I mean, I may sell some because I have like 12 of them. I
That's
have, let's see, I have, I think, four 1973 Clementes. Um, I have Clemente doubles a lot.
sure.
The 66, I have several copies. 62, I have two really nice ones. In 62.
Now,
Uh
let's say you
I have
had
a
the
hard time. Listen to this. I have a 73. I have four 73s. Two are raw. I have two I have an SGC 8 and a PSA 8. And I can't bring myself to sell one of the damn eights. Like I have in 1970, I have a PSA 7, an SGC 7, and an SGC like 4.5, and I can't bring myself to sell any of them.
if you had, and I know you have the Sports King Ruth, but let's say you had two of them and they look about the same or whatever. Would you sell one or just keep them both?
See, the old me would sell my doubles, every double. I,
Hmm.
I was willing to sell every double. I would painstakingly decide which one I wanted to keep. And then I would sell those and I would buy other cards. And I just never believed in having doubles. I was never interested. The only doubles for whatever reason, was that Johnny Ray rookie card because I didn't have all those Dave Barkers back then. That Johnny Ray, for whatever reason, from my childhood collection, I had 9 Ricky Henderson rookie cards, all out of packs myself. So I went through and I picked the best one, had it graded, and I sold all the rest. And you know, I regretted selling all those. I had nine of them,
But
and
let's
which leads me
like
to
I said,
believe it must have been an easy card to get because I got them
mhm.
all out of packs myself.
But if you had those roofs and they're very expensive cards, two of them, would you keep one or would you keep both or would you just sell one because it's kind of expensive? You already have it for something else, or you just keep them both.
So you know what my card room looks like? I know Don's been there, Lou's been there.
Uh-huh.
Most of the cards you see are doubles
Okay.
because I don't like to put my cards out in light like that. And I
But I
have,
mean, that roof's very expensive, and obviously that's a lot of money where you could purchase maybe even another roof that you don't have.
I'd actually rather trade.
True.
Selling cards is a pain in the ass for me.
Mm-hmm.
You got to worry about it depends where you're selling them. If you have to pay fees, taxes, get a 1099,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that stuff. I'd rather go up to Ash and trade them.
sure.
And okay, so here's an example. I stumbled on that standard caramel Cy Young I bought at the National. So I had taken in case I wanted to trade it. I had two of them. Wirch Cigar, Jimmy Fox. And so Ash had that Cy Young. It wasn't a card I was looking for. It had been a card I had looked for, in the past, just decided I would love to have a copy of that card, but you just never see them. And so he had a real nice example, and I traded that for that card. So there you go.
There you go.
I did trade a card recently.
Okay.
But to me, if I'm going to put the money in another card, I would really like to find a trade if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whoever has that card might not be willing to trade you, but
Sure.
if you're dealing with an Ash or somebody like that, they're going to trade you for it. And I'd rather go that route than have to
Mm-hmm.
worry about selling it. And then you could send it to somebody who says they didn't get it, or I put the wrong card in there, and then you're out to 5,000 or 10,000, and you got to fight for it or whatever. There's a lot of shady people out there these days. So I'd either want to sell it to somebody I knew
Mm-hmm.
and trusted, or trade it to a
Gotcha.
dealer for
Gotcha.
the cards I want.
Okay. Well, we're at over an hour here. It's past your
All right.
bedtime.
Yeah, it's still early where you are.
Yeah, I know. It's really early, 8 o'clock ish.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you always for tuning in. I tried to get to the chat, but I didn't see any questions. I know, in the community, and you and I are in a lot of lives. Everybody's talking amongst each other, probably busting our chops, busting each
Sure.
other's chops. And quite honestly, the people that are in this chat they watch us a lot, and probably they don't have any questions for us. You know what? You know what question? I have a question for you.
All right.
What's your most expensive card?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, Rick.
All right, man.
Congratulations again on your big win. I had quite the opposite experience, as I do every year in the playoffs. We get humiliated. Hopefully that has ended now. We will find out.
And we both look forward to our baseball team sucking this year.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. Rick, you want to give us your close?
This is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Bye.
Thanks for hanging out with us. I got to go.